Hello everyone, welcome to the webinar about supporting LGBTQ youth in our schools and communities. I'd like to start by giving the stage to Melanie. She's the director of the Suicide Prevention Initiative and the New York State Office of Mental Health, and will be facilitating this webinar, which will take about 45 minutes. Melanie, the stage is all yours.
Thank you very much, Ron. I'd like to welcome everybody on this fine afternoon, particularly our visitors from outside of New York State, and we have many. I just wanted to start by saying that this is a critical topic and a priority for the New York State Office of Mental Health Suicide Prevention Initiative. It's also a priority for the National Action Alliance on Suicide Prevention. So we're delighted to tap the knowledge of our panel of LGBTQ, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and questioning for the purposes of today's conversation, youth, to help us understand what strengths we can build on and what changes we need to make to support LGBT youth. Our first slide that you'll be seeing is the agenda for today. First, we'll hear from Andy Peters about the unique challenges faced by LGBT youth and some recent findings from the GLSEN School Climate Survey. Then we'll hear from Curran about approaches that schools can take to improve school climate. Then we'll hear from Meg Tenike at the Trevor Project about additional activities and approaches that schools, communities, families, and mental health professionals can take to improve resiliency and reduce the risk of suicide and other mental illness. Some of the questions we want to address today are, what is behind the high rates of suicide among LGBTQ youth? We also want to know, what is the relationship between suicide and bullying? And how do we promote resiliency of LGBT youth and reduce risk? And lastly, what steps can schools, communities, and mental health providers take to create safer climates for LGBTQ youth? And what's the data on youth suicide? We know that suicide is the third leading cause of death among 15 to 24-year-olds. But LGBTQ youth are up to 4 times more likely to attempt suicide than their heterosexual peers. And that's from the CDC from 2007 and the Massachusetts Youth Risk Behavior Survey of 2009.